Hey guys, what's up? Grimishing Sam back with another video, and today we have another episode of Marshall Dynasty. Now, of course, being 5-0 and winning our first conference game as well. Of course, the big thing happened a couple videos ago now at this point. Taking down Penn State, being their only loss on the season. They are currently 3-1. That should really help our championship contender, by the way. That should get us into the category of top 25, hopefully, as well. Once we get further on into the season, as long as we can keep this win streak alive. Of course, we're going to go against Coastal Carolina today, who are 1-3. Recruiting still looking pretty good. We still do need to lock some of these guys up, hopefully sooner rather than later. We still need to get back in on Delvin Bowles. Looking pretty good, right? Skylar Starks is here. Hopefully we can continue to lock him up. Clayton Muhammad and Stephen Priester. Hopefully we can get a lot of those guys locked up. Mike Carruthers, a tight end we want. Cliff Steed as well. David Freeman, Wardo, Hayden. Hayden, by the way, I know he's a broken gem, but that speed kills, especially at middle linebacker. That would be very, very good to get. Ben Ritter also doesn't look too bad, so trying to get him in as well. Is anybody really even going after him? Not really. So hopefully we can get him locked up soon so we can start going after guys that we do need a little bit more, as we don't need a quarterback at this point. But, I mean, we do based off of overalls and stuff. But as of right now, I think we're in a good spot going forward. So we're going to be taking on Coastal Carolina. We just got to go get the job done. Simple as that right now. Just got to win games. Just win games at this point. A 24-point overall difference. We got to stop having close games as well. So yeah, winning at home is probably the most important thing. Just keeping our program tradition even better and hopefully on the upswing is always a good thing to see. Like I've said before, we got to win the Sun Belt this year. We have to if we want to move up in a different conference. Of course, like we're considering Pac-12 as well as the American Conference. One of those two is a higher letter grade. It's about 2 higher level letter grades, or even 3 at that point. But still, it would get us into a better conference, unlock even more recruits. It won't unlock all the top end guys, but it will unlock enough to where, you know, we have a little bit more options when recruiting. That's one thing that's kind of killing us, is some of our school grades kind of locking out a lot of guys and us not really being, because then it limits our pool. And then when those bigger schools come in and looking at those prospects, it makes things a lot more difficult. If we can kind of get just a couple better letter grades, it's going to open up so many more recruits that we'll be able to go after. 2nd and 7 after an RPO, and it looks like they're going to be an RPO-heavy team. So we'll have to try to figure out something to limit those type of plays. I don't want to send any blitzes. I don't know why it's always so like heavily influenced where it's like you should send a blitz. It's like I really fucking don't want to right now. I'm going to be honest. I really, really do not feel like sending a blitz. Oh my god, hit stick goes the wrong way. I literally told him to aim at his legs, and it just didn't fucking do it. So that's wonderful. Gonna hop on Harris here. D-line needs to do big things. I was trying to play the fucking run lane, and I'm expecting Clark to fight over top of the guard that's coming up to him, but apparently not, which is always awesome to see. I'm bringing Holmes on the blitz here, and they're just going to throw an RPO out right where he left. If I just undercut that more, I feel like we have a chance to at least bat it away. Unfortunately, not there. Going to have Clark walk up into the gap. I'm going to bring Harris down as well. Try to bluff this even more. They're going to run the football. No, it's an RPO again out to the tight end and a first down catch there. Dude, I don't understand how these RPOs are so successful in this game. It does not make any sense. Like, RPOs do not work that well in real life. Going to hand off the ball here, and it's going to be a counter play, I guess. I don't know. I was expecting him to come to that left side, so I was just kind of sitting and holding my ground, and then all of a sudden, he's just going back the other way. 2nd and 5 at the 17. I'm going to check this tight end. Not an RPO, but still. And just the safety's playing in no man's land. We will start our first offensive possession at the 25. Of course, A.J. Fox going to be the main guy here, getting another start under his belt. Last week we really ran the ball heavy, and we were able to kind of milk away a lot of clock and not really give App State a good chance to really have a ton of possessions. Going to try to run the ball a lot here again today, but first we're going to start with a pass to Ben Turner. That's going to get us a good chunk of yards. And also off to the right start, getting 5 there. I'm going to bring Irving over, and hopefully he'll block up this corner on the edge. I guess he's going to take the edge, and the tackle's going to go up to the corner. I guess that works for us. A.J. Turner downhill will pick up just under 5 yards, and will get us into a 3rd and 1. I would love to go play action here, but with that backside edge just kind of being free right there, I don't really want to do that. And just, I fucking hate that the stupid reach for it is up on the right stick. It's so stupid. I can never get trucks to work properly. 1st and 10, going to drop back to pass, trying to find something. Underneath is Lacey, and he won't hold on to that one. The linebacker able to jar it free, and we will have to go back to the air here. Hopefully going to hit this slip screen to A.J. Turner. Going to dump it off to him. Blockers didn't really get out there. First truck actually works. Down to a 3rd and 2 now. Yeah, let's go strong power here. I think we have something. As long as most of this gets blocked up properly, we should be fine. Turner trying to spin back in. Nothing going there. I'm going bench pivot here. Fuck it. I'm going to go for it here. I expect Lacey or Turner to win on their reps. Lacey out there. He'll go up and get it and come down up to the 49. Like I said, we still need to run the ball to get back in on Devin Foles. So we're gonna continue to try to run the ball here and try to get something going. On 1st and 10 at the 49, approaching midfield, and we will get past midfield and up to the 46 now. I'm looking Lacey and Payne immediately, but Turner and Hughes have big play potential here. But I like Ben Turner here. Catch over the middle, and he will have a 1st down up to the 33 now. His offense just works a lot better when we're throwing the football, it seems like. But we got to run the football to try to get back in on that 4-star that we really wanted. Turner to the outside. He'll pick up 3. 5 for 12 for the day so far. Not off to a good set. But we'll end up bringing in Barbie here. Try to see if he has something going. Lacey on the end. Catch. Gets tackled down at the 16. These ends are kind of working against these corners, so maybe we can continue to hit those at a decent rate. See, that's what I'm talking about. The corner just comes down and phases through the guard and tackles Turner. Like last year, as bad as the blocking was, you can run power football, and you can do good in a power football scheme, but this year it just does not feel like that. It feels like you have one of 2 choices. You can continue to run the football and hopefully have a 4-yard average by the end of the game, or you can just completely abandon it and go to the pass and hope to win. 2nd and 8. Little run here to the right. Only picks up 4. I'm going to go to this wide receiver screen, but it immediately looks like man. Let's have Lacey run a slant here. Just run a small comeback. See if somebody wins at the line. Lacey technically wins, but the defender apparently somehow makes that play. He beats him to the inside, and look, Lacey just drops it. It doesn't even get smacked, really. I mean, I guess it does get a little bit, but, like, just doesn't even try for the ball, in my opinion, or try hard enough for the ball. I'm going to go 4th and 4 here. A.J. Fox has the speed to where if we need to take off, we can. Toby Payne underneath, catch, go down, and picks up the first 4. So 2 4th down conversions will give us a good chance to score. If we don't walk away with 7 after 2 4th down conversions, I'm actually going to be upset. Going to go halfback stretch here. And see, Lacey's not even trying to block him. He comes up and immediately disengages. Lacey doesn't try to get back into the play either or anything. Just going to go inside zone, straight downhill. Guard gets beat across his face. Nothing I can do there. Like, it's fucking annoying trying to run the football in this game. Just going to give it to Payne. He gets stopped at the 1. I got to go for it. We cannot come this far just to fucking settle for 3. I'm going to go PA sprint halfback flat. You know what? Light box. If we can't win this, we don't deserve to have 6. Simple as that. If we can't win this rep, we don't deserve to have 6 points, and we do. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and his average absolutely blows ass right now. I'm pretty sure he has 4 carries for like 8 yards. So, wonderful to see. Into the second quarter we go, and we will be tied up at 7. We got to come away with a big win. We got to come away with something here. Defense needs a play. If we can get 1 sack, I would be happy. That should slow down their offense enough. Going to go into cover 4 palms here. I know we normally like running this out of either a dime or a 4-3 package, but we'll run it out of nickel here too. Inside handoff, and nobody's there. We don't even have bad D tackles. That's the funny fucking part about this, is we don't even have bad D tackles. Like, Robinson Curry isn't the greatest run stopper, but Namnamdi's out there too, and it's just not going anywhere. There's a stop in the backfield for Jacarius Clayton, the edge rusher. I wouldn't really call him a run stopper by any stretch of the imagination. They're going to run an RPO here once again, and 12, I think that's Jules, just not coming downhill fast enough. We're playing man. Fucking go play your man. Don't fucking just let him run across your face. Why are my corners just letting dudes cross their face, and then the CPU's corners are like, I'm going to play exactly where this route is going to go. I'm going to go back to the 4-3 here in a second, because there's no way that I'm going to let this continue to happen. Nobody getting out there. Jukes back in and gets down to 3rd and 1. Yeah, I'm going to the 4-3, and we're just going to play fucking coverage. We're going to play cover 4 quarters. Everybody guard up. Let's go. Do something, please. I'm going to press. Play action. Trying to cover the tight end, but can't get there. He runs a lot shallower of a route than I thought he was going to. Going to continue to run this just cover 4. I don't want anything deep, but we got to get a stop eventually. Clark getting out there, so is Holmes. Only no yards given up there, so that's a good look for us. Am I confused? Was it not in this fucking playbook? I guess not. Maybe it is just cover 4. I thought it was cover 4 palms. Maybe that's only out of fucking dime that we have that in. But 2nd and 10 now. QB option here, and Kershaw's going to have to come down and somehow gets ran over by a tall, skinny white quarterback. Wonderful. Good job, dude. Tampa 2 now. Since it doesn't seem like they're going to take a whole ton of deep shots today, let's just play close. If they beat us over the top, it's whatever. Cover up the tight end. D-line gets there. I should have reacted faster. I just didn't think it was going to hang in the air that long. 4th and 6, so we actually are getting off the field after what feels like a depressing drive. Legitimately feels like a depressing drive. Lacey getting to the left side. Turn it back up the middle and up to the 37. It's not many yards for that punt unit. Change of field, and we are already in a good starting spot. Going to hand off Barbie downhill. There's nowhere to run. If I run in the middle, the linebacker's sitting there. If I run outside, the corner's just sitting there. So I was just kind of hoping to run into my offensive lineman and fall forward. Unfortunately, did not happen. Ben Turner. Oh. And then see receivers holding on to that shit. Like, holy fuck. How is that happening? But my offensive lineman can't hold on to a defender for 2 seconds. Where is Quinn? There we go. We're going to bring Quinn into the game after this play. And just nothing going there. Like, legitimately 0. Like, okay, I didn't check blocking assignments on this one. Don't get me wrong. So center here should double team this nose up to this backer. Since he's play side, he should double team this nose and then climb to backer. 62 should immediately fucking straight rush this guy. Double team up to corner, right? So everything should be blocked. Backside, the guard reaches him, tackle reaches him, he just walls off the edge, right? Simple as that. I realize you guys cannot see my finger. But that should be the main thing, right? He gets there and he gets there, right? But he lets him take his inside. But then for some reason, the tackle does not pick up the corner. I get that he has a lot in his face right now, but nothing going there. 4th and 3. I'm going for it. We're a risky team. I'm going to go for it. I don't care enough to fucking sit here and not gamble. Nobody standing in the middle part of this field is interesting. A.J. Fox taking off and running. And he has a big run down to the 35. I don't know if those yards count towards the running backs, but if they do, that's a big help. Because the running backs aren't doing much right now. Going to go Anthony Quinn here. And we're just going to take him straight downhill. And he'll have the biggest gain for a running back so far today. Getting just over 10 there. Going to go wide zone weak out of this pistol 4 tight end set. I think it would be like fucking, what would it be? 14 personnel, or is it 41 personnel? Good cutback from Anthony Quinn to avoid that D tackle and picks up another 10 for us. So far, Anthony Quinn putting in some serious work right now. I'm going to go PA boot slide. We ran the ball pretty well so far recently on this drive. So let's see if the play action pass is kind of set up for us. And it is. Payne in the flats. He'll have almost a first, getting 9 there. Coastal Carolina now calling their timeouts, trying to preserve as much clock as humanly possible. I am actually going to sub Turner back in. I know we're kind of just giving him a lot of the goal line touches at this point. Might be unfair to some of these guys, but I think it just makes sense to get him back in the game. Quinn gets us down to the 1. Hopefully Turner can punch in. They are stacking the living shit out of this box right now. Okay. Basically everybody but two of the corners are blocked up. And Turner doesn't get there. I'm telling him to reach the ball, and he just doesn't do it. So I don't get it. When I'm trying to chuck, it doesn't work. But when I'm trying to reach the ball, it doesn't work. Okay, everybody blocked up. Yep, cool. Turner into the end zone. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Should not have to run out a shotgun just to get a better box and better chance for the O-line to block. Which, by the way, they didn't fucking block. The guard picks up him. I understand technically was nobody assigned to that linebacker, but let's go cover 4 palms here at a dime. I don't expect them to run the football a whole ton, so let's play deep in the edges here. Hopefully we can make a mistake. I understand Clark doesn't have his eyes on the ball, but if you see the tight end going up like that, I feel like when I'm pushing fucking square, it shouldn't not do anything. 1st and 10 here. Going to cover this middle part of the field. Jules getting there. Don't know why he's getting burnt. You're playing deep zone. I'm not telling you to fucking press and then back. Just play off coverage. Get immediately deep. We are playing deep for a fucking reason. Oh my god, I tried to undercut that, and Clark just doesn't have the athletic ability to get there. Coastal Carolina, why didn't they hurry up? The ball is technically stopped. The clock is stopped until the ball is set, right? So even if the ball gets set really fast, you still have time to run up. You might have like 6 to 8 seconds still left on the clock, which means you can either spike it, or if you have a quick play, which you should in the huddle on the play before, then you hurry back to the line, call it, hopefully use up no more than 4 seconds, and give your chance at a field goal if you don't go down in bounds again. I don't get why they're not getting back up to the line. I don't understand that. Another reason why the CPU is broken. It should be a 14-10 game at least. But they didn't fucking do it correctly. Just like the CPU will make you pick a defensive play and then call a timeout after you call the defensive play. I'm going to run the ball here. Power O. Just straight downhill with Turner here. 1st and 10 at the 25. Everything gets blocked up pretty decently. Lacey, I'm not going to really argue with too much. He did a good job there. Pushing R2 early kind of didn't help, but he did a pretty good job. I'm not going to complain about the block in there. Looks pretty solid. 2nd and 3. Going to go back to another power run here. Turner to the outside. Spins back. Picks up the first and a little bit more. Up to the 37 we go. This will probably be Turner's last play on this drive, and we will get Barbie brought back in. Just to kind of keep everybody fresh in this running back room. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are and what defensive tackle you are. I know my center isn't the greatest, but the fact that he gets bull rushed, not once, but 3 times, okay? 1, and then twice, and just completely gets fucking demolished. And the fact of the matter that he didn't even get bull rushed right here, and yet the guard's still getting pushed in the backfield is crazy. I'm going to hit a slip screen here on 2nd and 12. The fact that we didn't lose 5 yards on that play is kind of impressive. But slip screen here to Barbie. He'll pick up a big chunk and even more. First down and then into enemy territory, into Coastal Carolina territory. Going to go inside zone here. Out of shotgun. Creates a lot of weak box opportunities for us. We'll get some good blocks. Trying to spin back. Can't quite get it done, but up to the 24. He will have one of our bigger rushes for the day. From the running back room, at least. AJ Fox probably still has the biggest rush out of the offense, but I kind of want... This right side looks fine, actually. The center is... No, they're double teaming up to safety. Really. So let me get this straight. The D-tackle was supposed to be fucking double teamed, and he somehow beat you guys to the inside. Inside zone here, but let's get Quinn subbed in. Yeah, let's get Quinn subbed in. Inside zone here. Barbie gets a good chunk. 7 to be exact. 3rd and 3 now. We're going to go tight end angle here. If we don't have one of these out routes immediately, and especially Lacey on this left side, we'll look Hughes to Payne. I think we'll have Lacey. We do. He holds on, too. Good ball delivery from Fox there. Gets it done. And we'll go back to the run game here. Halfback dive. I want to go left here. Okay, everything looks good. Shouldn't have to reach anybody. Just double teams up to backer at this point. And Quinn with a big run. Anthony Quinn. Probably the best running back on the day so far. He'll have a touchdown here. Putting us up 21-7 potentially with the point after try. Let's go cover 3. We haven't ran a whole ton of it today. Hopefully we can surprise this offense just a little bit. I wanted to hop on the safety there, Kareem, and try to play him underneath that slot. Just so that if they did run an RPO, we would be in a good spot. I'm expecting RPO here, and I'm not allowed to move with Kershaw apparently. And I'm stuck on Harris. God damn it. Going to cover this little curl. And the running back, the D tackle taken down there by Jamal Weiss. Weiss? I'm going to send some pressure here with the linebackers. I'm going to play man. I'm going to play cover 0. Corners need to hold up. And Ward will get there. Overload pressure on that left side, and Ward will get home. A guy that has been super underrated for us. Should get, hopefully, a big offseason boost with a lot of these sacks coming in. And another bad punt. They must not have either a good punter or a punter at all. That's what it looks like right now. I don't know why Lacey's not trying to return that, by the way. I understand it's kind of short, so you have the risk of getting hit early. But I think we're in a good spot. Trying to hit something. Not really seeing a whole ton. Fox trying to get it away, and he does. Out of bounds. Gets it. Avoids the sack. Was going to try to take off, and that D-tackle immediately shed as soon as I tried to step up. So it was time to just get rid of it. I like Quinn here on a draw. Blocking isn't really drawn up for us, which is fine. Quinn with another big run. 9 yards again for Quinn. He has been eating today. Maybe slower backs are a decent option, because then you're not running into blocks, right? You have to let things kind of progress a little bit more. 3rd and 1 inside zone here to Quinn, and he'll pick up the first, one of his shortest runs of the day, but he will still pick up the first, which is good to see. I'm going to go 26 duo here. I'm going to bring Turner back in at this point. Make sure everything's kind of blocked up. I don't love how we're not focusing on that corner, so we're going to motion Irving out and just kind of get him out of the play. And then just downhill. I didn't realize Payne was kind of getting pushed in. I thought he was going to be able to wall off that defender a little bit better and give us a better opportunity to get inside and follow the tackle guard combo. But 2nd and 11. I'm not really seeing a whole ton that I like. Lacey coming open late, I guess, but can't get the ball out well enough. 3rd and 11 now. Let's go Y-cross flood here. I like White with his speed. If it's man, we're in a very good spot. I'm going to have Turner run a little bit deeper, more like 12-yard out. Should give us a couple good options. And just, I'm kind of glad I got hit because I did not see that corner. I thought that corner was going to run with the receiver, but I guess it was zone more than anything. 54-yard kick. Really got to focus in here. Really got to lock in and hit this one nice and well, and we should have another 3 points. It's hit well, and it is up and through. Proctor. I was trying to remember his name, and I was getting it confused with the other franchises I'm in. And getting it done there, though. 24-7 here, late in the third quarter, is a very, very good score for us. Defense just needs to come out and continue to play well. Gonna go back to cover. Let's go back to the cover 3 sky. I think that worked well for us on the last drive. I'm gonna press the corners here. Did not work for us. Holmes was burnt toast on that one. So do not press the corners. We're just going to have to kind of hold the RPO by ourselves. The reason why I played Marshall so far outside there and was just kind of picked up the block there was, like I said, I just wanted to kind of stop the RPO ourselves. And if we had to, you know, let the AI kind of take on the run. Good stop there from Namdi and company. Going to go cover 2 hard flat here. Since it's 3rd and 5, I want to play a little bit more shallow football here. I'm going to bring him down, walk Harris down a little bit. Cover this slant. That's knocked out. Holy shit. Good hit from Kareem there. Sabdor Kareem, the strong safety hybrid, just comes down and lays the fucking wood. Because, yeah, that's a good throw. That's good anticipation, right? He sees that we're running a cover 2, right? So immediately sees cover 2, waits for the seam route basically, and throws it. It's a good throw and a good catch if Kareem doesn't make this really hard-hitting play right here. Puts his hat on the ball and knocks it out. And then too bad, I think that's Clark. No, Carr couldn't jump up and make that play. Too bad he wasn't more of an athlete there. Could have easily jumped up and caught that. That's maybe a 2-foot jump plus your wingspan. You could easily catch that. Lacey will get it up to the 35. We're going to go drive corner here. Middle part of the field, we have plenty of options. Hughes on this quick out should be an option. Turner and Payne late, but if for some reason we see Lacey getting matched up one-on-one, if we can get the ball to him, we can throw that. Not really one-on-one, but I wanted to give it a chance. I know the safety was playing deep, but I thought with Lacey and Fox, I thought maybe we could have a chance there if we got the ball out on a good enough timing. Fox taking off and running, and he will slide down and pick up 8. So he gets us into a much more manageable spot. Going to go mountain halfback stretch here to this left side. And one thing I will say is, like, okay, if everybody's so worried about making sure your run blocking scheme is set up properly, what are you supposed to do about plays that have motion already involved? Like, I understand it already showed him technically going outside and picking up that corner, but, like, the defense moves too, right? If everybody wants to talk about, like, make sure the defense is kind of set before you snap the football, make sure you look at your run assignments so that you kind of know where the hole should be forming, the defense is going to move too, which means there might be a guy that's not getting picked up on the run blocking assignments, which I know is, it also happens in real life, but shit happens, right? Offensive linemen are taught to just kind of, you got to pick up somebody. You can't not block anybody. Like right there, 85, why are you not picking him up? First threat, okay? You always pick up first threat. Why are you turning back inside right now? Your eyes should be on, who is that? Not him. Your eyes should be on 28. You're literally staring him dead in the eyes right now. He is looking through you into the backfield, seeing your running back about to get this football. Your eye should be glued to him, and you should be... No, 26. Sorry. I'm blind, apparently. But your eye should be glued to him, saying, that's the guy I'm going to go hit. Fuck everybody else. Looking Hughes quickly here, then to Turner. 4th and 4 at the 41. Would give them very good territory if we do not connect on this. Turner underneath. He catches. Breaks the tackle. Jukes. Makes one guy miss. And gets up to the 45. Ben Turner with an excellent run after catch. And after contact. Okay, double teams across the board. Up to the next level. Good block there from the guard. And we will have a 2nd and inches now after a good run from A.J. Turner. An excellent block from the guard there. Okay, why is it saying the tackle's going to go pick up this linebacker? That makes fucking literally no sense. I fucking knew it. I should have trusted my gut and said, you know what, let's flip it to the other side. But I was like, maybe this might work. Maybe this might work. Maybe the linebacker will kind of scrape the wrong way, and maybe the tackle can go pick him up. Not at all. 3rd and 1. Turner with a good run there. And up to the 26th, the offense will go. I'm going to run PA boot back to this right side. I think we should have something. No real edge rusher here. He's lined up as a head up on the tackle. So he should get picked up immediately. McGrew, we're just going to dump off to. A backup tight end will pick up 8 there. Fox feeling it, getting up slowly. Going to go crack toss here to this outside, to the left. And the edge just doesn't even get touched. Can't have those plays happen. Cannot have those plays happen, and we just did. 39, curls concept. Lacey trying to give it to our best hands, and he will bring it in for a 1st down now. Going to go strong flood here out of wide. I know we've ran this a couple times out of the tight formations. I like white on a small post here. Right behind the linebacker, but in front of the safety. If that linebacker kind of bails right away, should have something. He did not. And we got nothing. Offensive line collapsed. 2nd and 18 now. I'm going to run wham here. And let... Of course, that D tackle is playing right in the middle, so we can't run wham. We'll go inside split zone then. Turner, good run there. He'll pick up the 8 and a little bit more. Picks up almost 10. Gonna go hook Z post here. Turner on this out should have something. I'm gonna have Payne run a post as well. Like I said, make it smaller though. So we should have 2 options coming over the middle. Potentially something getting open. Turner on this out. Catch, run, turn up field, and down to the 1. Good fucking route there by Ben Turner. Like I said, Hunter Renfro. Run to the outside. Turner will have it into the end zone. Touchdown, A.J. Turner. Gets it done. Terrible fucking average, by the way. 17 for 45. Dog shit. Dog shit average, but got to run the football. We're going to stick in this cover, this 4-3 here. I think it's worked pretty well. I think having 3 linebackers on the field really holds up a lot of space on the field. Slows down the run, gives us better options. So I think we'll just continue to stick in this 4-3. I know it's kind of basic, kind of running the same formation just because it works. But, you know, got to do what you got to do sometimes. Going to hold this tight end, hold the slant. I don't mind him catching and running. Harris kind of losing his change of direction pace there. Kind of fucked us more than anything. But I'm going to cover the tight end off rip. If they're going to run this football, they're going to run it. If I see him... Okay, I was going to say, if I see him fucking split out immediately, I know it's an RPO, and I'm jumping that shit. 7-yard rush there. It looks like they've almost given up at this point. Just running the football down fucking, like, 24 points is kind of crazy. Especially here late in the 4th. Kershaw gets there. Able to bring him down. And it is the 2-minute warning now. We're going to go outside backer fire here. I'm going to walk Clark. I really want Clark to stay there, but I guess not. Harris having to get out there, and he does. And Marshall was there as backup, but not able to pick it up there for Coastal Carolina. They're easily throwing this football. Cover this slant. Come back down, and Harsh, and I think that was Clark there coming up with the tackle and bringing him down. And we will have a 1st and 10 at the 37. Just going to try to run this football out and pick up some extra yards here. Everything looks to be blocked up pretty well. Turner downhill, and he'll have a good run. Down to the 20. 18 for 62. Looking a little better now. Wide zone weak. Like I said, just going to try to run the football. I know they know it's coming, so Expecting some all-out commits, but hopefully we can still pick up some yards, make us look a little bit better for Delvin Foles. I'm going to go outside zone here. Everything looks to be picked up. I'm actually going to do something a little stupid here. We're going to send McGrew out there, but then they send a corner over. Bring him back in then. You know what? That's fine. Just snap the football at this point. Turner turns it up inside, and he'll pick up the first from 2nd and 10. Gonna run the football again. I would like to bring Quinn in at this point. Don't want to run Turner too hard. No, let's run it to this side. Just makes a little bit more sense. Just because I didn't like how that backside edge wasn't getting picked up if we ran it to the other side. Really didn't. One final play for us. Snap the football. Quinn trying to get to the outside. Breaks one tackle, but nothing going there. Loses some yards for us. God damn it. Easy victory, though. Easy victory, right? They went down, put up 7 on us, but then we continue to fight. 14 points in the second, 10 points in the third, 7 points in the fourth. Just kind of grinded the game out. Got it done. A.J. Fox wasn't asked to do a whole ton. When we get into those shootouts, I trust A.J. Fox. I like his accuracy, where he's placing the ball. Jaquay Long, like I said, he might have completed a higher percentage of passes, especially in those early games. But Fox, when he throws the ball, it just feels like it's more on the target and they have a better chance of run after the catch. I think that's what kind of separates them, right? Jaquay Long, biggest complaint through the first 2 games were a lot of balls were high and outside. A lot of balls were kind of, the receivers and tight ends would go up and get them. But then you're looking at no gains because they're having to outstretch, not be able to just kind of catch and move. So, it really just depends on what we're looking for. And I think as of right now, A.J. Fox is the guy. Granted, we're not asking him to do a whole ton over the last 2 games, but I think it just makes sense to continue to go with him until proven otherwise at this point. So, yeah, good victory. Overall, 31-7. Defense really came out to play, and especially after that first touchdown, they were like, fuck this. This is over. Granted, they still had a couple decent drives here and there, but overall, defense stepped up. Looked pretty good. Let's go ahead and sim the week. We did have a couple visits this week as well, so should see some decent increases from some players on the recruiting side, but I don't think we'll see anything too crazy. Just showing that we still have a lot of guys in first place. B championship contender is very good to see. Ramil's the only guy that is still at risk of leaving. I would assume we have to be at a B+ or something of that nature. We still have a lot of players kind of not wanting to be here right now, which is kind of not great. Ramil, I think, is a senior or a junior, so he's one of the only guys that I really am worried about right now. Worried about Dudley since he is a freshman center. Short, not worried about. White, not really worried about. Ward, I'm worried about. Harris, I'm kind of worried about. Long, not super worried about. The rest of the guys at playing style, not super worried about either. West, I'm kind of worried about, but I'm not overly worried about. Finch, if I remember correctly, doesn't get upgraded quite that well. Heflin, Holmes, and Carr, kind of worried about, but nothing too crazy. Gusteau, worried about, but that can be easily fixed throughout the weeks as we continue to go along. Plus, I think Dillinger was a little bit better. Plus, we have the other guy as well. I don't remember his name at this point. Been a while. But looking pretty good. We are at a C-, so we have to continue to run the football if we want to stand a chance of getting him. We're looking good on a lot of guys. If we can lock him up before week 9, I think we can get him this next week. Should get Carruthers hopefully in a week or 2. I'm actually going to add 10 points to him and try to get him locked up maybe even this week, potentially. I'm going to add the points to Starks as well, just to try to, because I've had the opinion of if you can get some of these guys kind of locked up, in my opinion, the quicker you get guys locked up, the more points you get back, and the less you have to worry about some things, right? That's just my personal opinion. To Moat, I think we're still in on just because JMU isn't completely pulling away. We're not even inside top 3 yet. Once we get inside top 3, maybe I'll start worrying about him a little bit more. Sandlin, I'm kind of glad we're in on some of these guys. Kiernan, 78 speed is playable. Do we maybe just add 5 to him and see what happens? See if that's enough to keep us in the race at this point. Some of these guys I'm not even entering their board. Zach Henderson, well-rounded tackle. Stanford's going after him. I think we're just going to have to drop him for now. I'm just going to kind of add 10 points to a couple of these guys and see. I don't really want him. I'd rather get this guy. He'll start off as a higher overall. Just kind of add points to guys, see where it, or if we can get in on some of these guys. Kiernan, I'm going to add 5 points to just to see where we can get in on. Like I said, I will say this, I think this year, with the transfer portal being a lot more important, I think you need to save about 10 spots. Just being real. Like, you can add maybe a bunch of 2-stars at the end if you really need to fill out your board a little bit more, but I think transfers is where it's at, and if you're winning games, and if you have okay grades for most of your stuff, you should be able to find at least, 5 to 10 transfer portal guys, and then you can just go add a bunch of 2-stars that could be developmental pieces. Just go find an archetype you like and kind of just add them to the board at this point. But I think that does it for recruiting. With that being said, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video or any of the videos here on my channel, I would appreciate it if you guys do stick around and subscribe. I'll be back with more content like this. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace.